listening to Cain and Randy on Scratch the Vinyl.
Scratch the Vinyl.
All right, Scratch the Vinyl fans, we made it, everybody. We made it to the 100th episode, and I would like to say I can't believe it, but I can, because I always believed that this show would do it. I've been on a lot of podcasts, I've done a lot of different shows, but this one has always felt different. And I owe it all to the people that are around me and you guys, the listeners. But this is going to be a massive show. No party hats, no craziness here. Just a killer show, everybody. And I got to bring him on right now because I owe it all to, my counterpart and my other half. He's a brother to me, and I've just enjoyed it so much. So let's bring him on right now. The Chill Man himself, Mr. Chill. I was supposed to get away from this, but I'm going to continue with it for this episode. He is the Godzilla of entertainment in this town and so many towns that the FBI actually told me you really got to stop talking about it. So let's bring him on. Randy, Mr. Chill Wilson. Randy, welcome back.
I thought you were going to go with the Godzilla of karaoke there for a minute.
No, it's entertainment now, my friend. You had like a small amount of people next to you that you were fighting. James Brown is unfortunately not with us anymore. So you're kind of carrying the torch along with some others out there.
Well, either way, obviously we hit a major milestone, hitting our number 100 episode here on Scratch the Vinyl. And probably before I go any further, we'll give a shout out to Brooke for, she was a big part of the show during this whole time. And we'll just hope she's doing well because she's the real secret agent right now.
She is. We do miss Brooke. It's been amazing. And we do owe a lot of our success to having Brooke along with us on the ride. And it's been a wild ride. But, Brooke, if you're out there and you're listening, just know that me and Randy, we love you very much. And we just want to thank you for being a part of this show and for giving us so much joy with all the crazy stuff that you say. Brooke is an amazing lady, but man, Randy, we got a big one today, don't we?
Well, we were talking with each other, trying to figure out, how we were going to make this 100th episode special. And we looked at the board of who we had. And I said, how can we get any bigger than having one of the most talented artists here in Lincoln, somebody that's very recognizable, hometown roots with the Zoo Bar, none other than Josh Hoyer.
Josh Hoyer, welcome to the show, my friend. We are so
thank you.
We're so pumped to have you, man. I mean, you've been on our list. It's been a short list of people that we really, really, really need on the show. You were right there at the top, my friend.
Well, I'm honored to be here and share some stories and see what's happening. So congrats on 100 episodes to you guys.
Thank you, man. I read a quote in one of your bios, and it said, if James Brown and Otis Redding had a love child, it would be Josh Hoyer. And I thought, listening to your music and just seeing you like in action, watching videos, all this stuff. I mean, I can't think of a better company to be in or to be a love child of, right?
Yeah, that quote is crazy, man. And I have never been comfortable with that quote, just so you know. But when you're in the business and you're trying to kind of grow some things, you use these things that maybe will grab people's attention. So that's why that quote has lasted so long, and I don't think anybody has believed it.
I'm the one that I do believe it. You're a humble guy. That's the thing. I think that. Especially for us here in Nebraska, I mean, you're a hero, man. You have soared in so many different levels, and you've done it at such a high level that it makes the rest of us musicians like myself here, it pumps us up and it gives us hope that maybe we can do something.
All right. Yeah, that's the main thing is to inspire people. And so anytime I hear that, I'm like, man, that means success to me if we're able to inspire each other. Because I definitely have been inspired by many other people, myself, and it's just to be part of that community, man. That's what it's all about. So it's good to hear.
Josh, we just got done with Lincoln Exposed here in Lincoln, and 127 local bands. It was a huge turnout. Of course, at all of our favorite downtown places, including the Zoo Bar. Did you get a chance to check much of that out this year?
Yeah, I was in town for the Wednesday and Thursday nights, and then Friday, Saturday I wasn't around, but I got to see some videos. And so I've always loved that festival. Pete Waters had a great idea there, like middle of winter. What are we going to do? Hey, let's celebrate Lincoln music, and it's really turned into something that's probably exceeded his expectations. And it's fabulous. This year, I really noticed a lot of young bands that I hadn't seen before. A lot of great ideas, a lot of great players, and definitely a youthful energy that was kind of just permeating everything, which got me excited, man. So being a part of this scene for so long, it's good to see that young energy.
Well, I'll tell you, when we sat down with Pete a few episodes back, and let me tell you what, he sung your praises from the standpoint of you being that next mentor generation for these guys. So just so you know, he brought up that, you know, you were carrying the torch, and he feels the future is bright.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think there's a number of, that's the cool thing about the Lincoln music community is that as you age, all of us older guys are all about encouraging the young generation to find their path and create something that's uniquely their own and be there to support them. So there's a whole bunch of folks in the Lincoln music community that are like me and really excited about young people getting out there doing their thing. So.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've been talking to a lot of these younger bands or these startup ones, and
cool.
And the stories are the same, is that they're all talking about how great the scene is and how open everybody is to helping each other, which is just a great vibe on the vitality of what's going on right now down here in downtown Lincoln.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think that makes us unique, and it's a tight knit community, and yeah, just thankful to be in the mix.
What I found so interesting when we talked to Pete Waters about talking about you was not only that you're so talented, but I mean you do everything. You know what I mean? Like he said, Josh pitches in ways that I can't. He will even sweep the floors. You know what I mean? He's done it all at the Zoo Bar. He books. He performs. I mean, what you guys have done at the Zoo Bar is nothing short of epic. I mean, like I pay attention to all of the bookings for the month. I've got to perform at the Zoo Bar myself in my bands, and I told Pete, and I'll tell you the same thing. That was one of the high honors as a Lincolnite for me, was to be able to step on the same stage as all of these greats like Magic Slim, like yourself. I mean, like all of these people who have just come there and really just burned it down. I mean, it's just the Zoo Bar is such a testament of the scene here in Lincoln, is it not?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And I feel the same way anytime I get to play the Zoo Bar stage. It's kind of hallowed ground for sure. And I've had the good fortune of being able to travel quite a bit. Just lucky with everything that I've been able to do in music, and I've played a lot of venues all over the U.S. and abroad. And the Zoo Bar is still my favorite spot I've played. It has the most soul, the most vibe. And, it's a family atmosphere, all walks of life. And there's an energy there on that stage, which is, for me, every time it's like, man, you better come and bring it and honor the stage from what came before. So, yeah, that's great to hear. And I feel the same way.
Yeah, I love hearing that, man. I mean, I would hope that anybody who gets on that stage treats it as such. I kind of look at it as like it's a weird comparison, but like I'm a wrestling fan, for example. Okay, so when these old school guys, when they get in that ring, before they step through those ropes, they clean their feet on the side, as a sign of respect to the ring. I kind of look at it like that, man. Like when you step on that stage, you absolutely said it. You better bring it, and you better respect the place for what it is. And it's just, I'm sure that everyone has that same feeling, though.
Yeah, I think so. And that's as I age, I'm seeing young people coming through and just really pouring their heart out on the stage. And I think that's what it was built for. That's how it was created by Larry and everybody that came before that played there, from from all over the country and all over the world, man. So we're lucky to have a place like that in Lincoln. I mean, I can't impart that enough. There's just seldom places that have that much soul throughout the U.S. Most of those clubs, a lot of them have closed. So keep coming, keep supporting.
Pete gave me probably one of the best quotes, which was, as much as the great history there's been there, he says, I don't want it to be a museum.
Right.
He says, I want it to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And, you know, here's a guy that's gotten up there who's been around since the beginning. Yeah. And once we got him talking about that, it was obvious to see he was just a fan anyways. He was just a fan. Yeah. And I think that just bodes well for what the Lincoln scene is, what the Zoo Bar is all about. Yeah, for sure. And Pete is unique in that way. There are countless music clubs where the owner doesn't even go down to the club, really doesn't care about the music. You know, it's just a money-making thing. And so the way that he's built relationships over the years with all these people, you know, going back into the late 70s, 80s, and, you know, maintaining those relationships, man, it's essential. So I'm not as personable as Pete is. He's one of the most wonderful guys you'll ever hang out and talk with. I'm a little more gruff and just kind of do my thing, but I'm always open. And what excites me the most is seeing young people and their expression. And I'm definitely a cheerleader for people that are getting out there and trying to create something. As far as Lincoln Exposed goes, my one complaint I would have is that a lot of these bands now are just kind of waiting for Lincoln Exposed to come around next year. And that's when they play their show for the year. I'm like, man, we got to keep this creativity and hopefully the energy of the festival turns into something where, well, let's do a new album. Let's write some new music. Let's get out. Let's play more often. We need that energy all year round. So that's my big hope, is to get folks to kind of go, you know, this is a lot of fun. Let's do this all year. Well, if you want me to add to your hope, then all the ones we've been talking to, they're all putting out new music this year, and they're all looking like the ones we've talked to. It's been pretty exciting. Like they're all talking about putting out new stuff, and I think that's why we're so excited about it. Like it was a great week, and we were able to talk to a lot of different bands, and so anyways, I think the scene is live and well. Good. That's what I like to hear, and everything that I've seen says the same. So that's good.
Well, I think what Josh is kind of saying is kind of like what Dirt Fed was saying when we talked to them, or when we talked to Brian from Phantom. It's that idea that these young bands, they just need to know that you got to work. You know, like we're old musicians, Josh. You know, I've been doing it a long time too. And we know that it takes a lot of work, and it takes more than just showing up and playing. And I think that's kind of what you're getting at, is do it all year long, right? Like let's really pump the scene up, not just one time a year. Yeah, I think partially that is something that people need to be aware of. The sheer amount of effort that it takes to be successful. Even just locally, maybe isn't something that's talked about a lot. And so I love to see bands that, hey, we haven't played for a long time, and then they get back together and play. I just would love to see that energy turn into, okay, well, let's play a show in 3 months. Let's play a show 3 months from them. Let's, continue to be consistent with our performances and get out and share it with the community. I mean, really, it's a wild thing. I often think back to when I kind of started out and was dreaming about doing this thing, and I was, early teens and started forming bands around 19 years old. And I've been able to accomplish a lot of the goals that I set out to accomplish, which were mostly just dreams of a young person. And, the reality of the fact that I was able to tour and see places all over the world and release records and play these crazy stages from Lincoln, Nebraska is wild to me. And I'm kind of getting back to
appreciating that as a reality, because my grandparents played music and they just played for their community. They played in barn parties, in small town Nebraska. And so the whole chasing the big dreams maybe gets lost. The magic is actually just playing for our friends, our community, making sure that we have a place where we all feel safe, where we can enjoy each other's company and each other's creations. Like that, to me, is the true goal of this whole thing. It's not about becoming a star or famous or traveling all over the place. It's being able to just share your gifts with your community, man. And so I just hope more Lincoln bands do that more often, and we can really have something where we just continue to be proud and encourage each other.
Well, that's what we talk about all the time. Just sharing that love of music, man. That's kind of like, that's why what we do. And
out in the wild, there's one creature feared by hunters, admired by lumberjacks, and envied by hipsters.
Yeah, it's me, the elegant Sasquatch, and let me tell you, these locks don't tame themselves.
Introducing the Elegant Sasquatch Grooming Company. Beard oils, butters, and washes so good, they'll make your face smell like you wrestled a cedar tree while sipping fine whiskey.
Last week, a hiker followed me for 3 miles just to ask what cologne I was wearing. Joke's on him, I don't wear cologne. I wear the Gentleman.
Upgrade your beard game. Sophisticate your outer beast. Find the Elegant Sasquatch Grooming Company at elegantsasquatchco.etsy.com.
And stop stealing my jerky!
so since you kind of led us there like almost perfectly, let's take a step back and let's just talk a little bit about how you got to where you are. The humble beginnings.
Yeah, you bet. I just always kind of played music and was singing and loved to listen to music ever since I was a little kid. And my folks put me in a talent show when I was like 6 years old. And so I got my first taste of performing for people very young. And I don't know, I just enjoy the energy of music and, played all through school and played saxophone and sang in choirs all through school. And so that's kind of where it all began there. Is LPS has always had good music classes and teachers. And so thankful for all those teachers out there still, encouraging young people to do what they love. And, started dreaming about some other things when I was 19 and didn't quite, I couldn't think of anything I really wanted to do other than play music. So I just kept working at my craft and, forming bands and traveling. And I don't know, it's been kind of a wild ride, man. I'm trying to figure out how it all kind of happened, but I've learned a lot about the music business. And I don't know, I don't want to get off topic really, but there's, it takes a lot to kind of to become a success. And I think that maybe the reality isn't something a lot of folks know about, that it's just really tough business and the expenses are wild. And there's a heck of a lot of bands trying to go for the same things. And I'm just thankful for the opportunities I've had. But right now I'm kind of at a place where I'm really happy at home and just kind of done chasing, this crazy dream of touring and climbing the ladder and all that stuff. It's a lot, man. So I don't know if I answered your question, but it's all about the Lincoln community, the Lincoln teachers, and starting there. And then, as we continue to kind of branch out into the U.S. and then abroad, you find out a lot about the realities of the business, which didn't really mix with why I began doing it in the first place. And so now I'm approaching 50 and kind of like reevaluating things. And it feels good where I'm at right now.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned how great the LPS music system is, because it actually is fantastic. Like my son right now, he's in jazz band, he's in all types of bands at Pound Middle School, and
Oh,
he
cool.
just
I went to Pound too, man.
right on, man. And he's going to go to Southeast next year, and he's going to
Right.
be in jazz and marching band and all that.
Cool.
And it's just so he had a competition in Omaha UNO last week, and they were the only middle school there out of all the high schools, and they got they basically got an excellent or superior rating. And they, you know what I mean, with
That's
that,
great.
they were fantastic. And it's just, to me, that's a testament to just how good the LPS school. I mean, like, here's some junior high jazz players, and they were playing as good, if not better, than most of the high schools that were there. That's pretty darn good, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. The dedication of teachers to work with kids and just really, I mean, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of patience and a lot of passion that they share with these young people. And so, my kids go to Irving, and there's great music program there for both vocal and instrumental. And I'm, all over the city. That's where a lot of young people are getting their start. And so just thankful to the teachers, and it's not an easy job, man. Can be a little frustrating from time to time, I'm sure. So, but thankful to them.
So when you were in that, like, what did you start playing the keys, or what did you play back in the days?
Yeah, I started off playing saxophone in fifth grade. They tried to get me to play trombone, and I was like, nope. I don't like trombone. I want to play saxophone. So, I think a lot of teachers do that when they have someone that they think maybe could fill a role that they need filled. So, kids, if you're listening and you really want to play a certain instrument, just stick to your guns and they'll let you play. I started out on saxophone and singing. I didn't start playing piano until I was 25.
Oh, wow. Man, they tried to throw me on trombone too. And my mom asked me, I was playing football at the time. I was a born football player as a kid. I was a big kid. I always loved, but anyways, I wanted to play music too. And they're like, well, you can either play trombone or you can play football. And I was like, it was not a hard choice for me, but I wish I had dialed into the music, because as a musician later on, it would have helped me so much to learn all that theory and all that stuff instead of teaching myself guitar and all of this. But everyone's kind of got that story, but I love your stories like yours, where you actually, you did this thing that most musicians do, which they start at that school band level, and then they take their love of music to such a high thing. And you really have, man. You've soared to so many different things. I mean, and we'll get into that too. But I mean, you've really accomplished things. Big things, and I'd love to remind people about that, including the fact that, I mean, you made the city proud, man. You made the city proud especially when you went on The Voice, right? And like everybody was behind you on that and blown away. I mean, you just won the 2025 30th annual International Blues Competition. Right. And that's huge. I mean, that's all over the world. You're playing with some of the best bands out there, and you guys killed it. But I guess my question to you in this is as you've been going through all of these things, how did you manage to rise to the occasion of all of these different levels of being a musician?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a tough thing to, when you say rise to the occasion, the thing that I think of is you start to realize that as you play more elevated events or things like going to Hollywood and being amongst people that are really trying to turn this into fame, fortune, and all the other glory that comes with it, that can, I think that it can skew your true passion for the art form. And I think that, as far as me and the bands that I've had and the bandmates that I've had, being able to do some of the more elevated things that we've done, is that we were just true to our passions and really believed in what we were doing. The songs came from an honest place. I wasn't trying to be something I wasn't, like in the music business, they're all about creating a brand and, having you be a product where you can start to see your choices of music that you play, things you sing about, how you dress, kind of fit into a box and become more of something that's not you anymore. So I think that we were able to do what we were able to do up to this point just because it was genuine. And every time we hit the stage, it was because it was passionate, and the people felt that. So we didn't have some big machine behind us that got us all these opportunities. Some of it was luck, some of it was we earned it through just being passionate, playing our tails off, and really getting out and working. Like we were playing 150 shows a year, and I would play for $200 at a club in Wisconsin and have to spend $300 on lodging and $100 and getting gas and trying to figure out how to make this work. And we really just hit the pavement and worked our tails off. And then those opportunities started to come. But yeah, man, rising to the occasion. I think that any artist is going to be able to do that if they're just genuine and believe in what they're doing and be passionate about what they're doing. So I don't know if that answered the question, but that's the road I went down.
I think that was the best answer. It just shows that that you have the real passion for what you do. Are you the driving force of writing all the material, the compositions?
Yeah.
I know you've put out quite a few albums.
Yeah.
Are you the backbone of all that?
Yeah. So I write at home. I write, pretty much all the parts and orchestrate I play the horn parts and do all that and, arrange the tunes and then bring it to the band. And over the years, I've been so fortunate to have so many great players that I would be nothing without. And a lot of them have gone on to do wonderful things. And I was just a pit stop and they moved on to something bigger and better. And that's wonderful. But yeah, I've had the luck to work with great musicians that play what I ask them to play. And then they make the songs their own too, and put their full heart into it. And so we've created some good music over the years, I believe. But yeah, I write everything, and that's mostly what I think I am is a songwriter and a singer. I'm not a great keyboardist. I'm not great this, that, and the other. But I love to write songs. And
well, then I got to ask you, Josh. I love asking musicians like yourself. This is when you go to write. Do you write the poetry first, or do you write the melody first? Like which is it for you usually?
It all depends. I've done a few songwriting classes, which I have a lot of fun with, where I could talk with young people or people that are just getting started about writing songs. And the way I see it is there's just seeds of songs that come to you, either to be a melody or lyrics or a rhythm, or they're always different. But it's a seed that you hold on to, and you wait until the fertile ground is ready to plant it, and then develop that into a full song. But I think each one of them is pretty different. And I don't know. I think that you just got to pay attention in your life, and the songs are out there. And sometimes, we just got to rely on the muse to come to us and realize that when it does, that's a special moment, and hold on to that seed, or else it might just be gone forever.
That excites me so much that you mentioned the muse. My favorite band, Smashing Pumpkins, the Reverend Billy Corgan, right?
Yeah.
He says that he don't know what it is. He doesn't know why, but there's this special muse. It's almost like the universe, if you want to get woo woo or whatever you want to say. It drops this into your head. I know that I've had songs that I'll be in the shower, I'll be in the car, whatever. It'll come to me and the song will write itself. Like, within like 15 minutes, I won't say it's a hit. I won't say that I don't have to arrange it, but that 15 minutes of creativity that sparked was just like, to me, it's just, I don't know where it comes from, but I'm so glad that it does. Do you have that same experience a lot of times?
Absolutely. And I think that a lot of people do, whether you're a songwriter, any kind of creativity. I believe, we tap into something bigger than ourselves, and that the good songs and the good books and the great paintings, or they come from a place that's bigger than ourselves, and we're serving as a medium to let that energy, wherever it came from, out into the world. And so I think that's a beautiful thing where we all can come to the well and draw from that. And, that's the thing that binds us all together. Anybody that creates. And so, yeah, man, I don't take any credit for a lot of songs that I've written. I believe that they wanted to exist, and I just let them come through. And patience is huge too with songwriting. I think that a lot of songwriters can get, kind of rushed into thinking that they need to finish something quickly. And if it doesn't feel right, and chances are the right thing will come along. So just be patient with it and allow it to be what it wants to be. It's not a product. It's something that's sacred, I believe. So, you got ditties. We can just have fun, write a ditty, something funky. That's fun. But those ones that really hit you, the songs that really speak to people, I think they're hollow.
Well, I started getting into writing these last couple of years, and it's been so therapeutic, and
Yep.
and when it comes out, it feels amazing.
Yep.
But I've kind of felt like I've kind of gotten to it. It started to come to me more because I'm older and I had these experiences, and I found a way to express that. Right.
Yep.
So I'm always blown away when we talk to these younger artists, they're so good. It's like, you haven't even lived that long. How do you get that inspiration? And so I love hearing everybody's story, kind of how they, how that works out for them. But listening to you describe it, I feel the same way. And it just again reminds me how I feel that we're all connected to music somehow.
It goes beyond that too, I believe. There is a great energy that permeates our universe and the life that we live. I mean, we're all from this place, this same cloth. And so, I believe that, man. And so when you allow that creativity into your life, that's beautiful. And you're connecting to something much bigger than yourself. And it lets us know we're not alone. So it's a beautiful thing. And that's really what I am trying to kind of get back to. Because when you hustle in this industry, you lose that. It can go away. And I think that a lot of artists start to fall apart because of that. We kind of lose our focus. There's a lot of people it's about ego. It's about being famous. It's about trying to, be on everybody's tongue, and getting followers. And to me, you've lost your way if that's your main goal. I think that the great artists are followed because they speak the truth. And so that's who has to be your focus, is finding that truth within the music. So whether you're a great player or songwriter, whatever it may be. So that's all I'm really focused on these days as I approach 50 is just, I want to get back to just writing songs that mean a lot and feel good to me, and not being a product or trying to climb the ladder and all this other stuff. So it's a strange world, man. The higher you climb, the more you're like, wait a minute, this is weird.
Cain, I just want to point out that I'm pretty sure we just had this conversation before we brought Josh on today.
Yeah, I think this might have just brought me out of my depression, man. I'm going to be serious, Josh.
Okay.
I've been going through some things. Creatively, I've been going through a massive uninspired period where things haven't been going great here and there. And what you said, it makes so much sense to me, and it feels so good. Like, sometimes it's not about all that other stuff. It's not about having 3 followers on Spotify or this and that. When you release something, it's a putting it out there in the universe and contributing. It's kind of like when you said, your family members were just playing for the community, right?
Yeah.
They're out there just playing for the community, doing something to help. And it's like, if this is our purpose, and I'm always looking for like, what's my purpose here? Maybe my purpose is that one song hits that one person and it
Yeah.
inspires them or they do something. So man, I thank you,
Yeah.
Randy. You're absolutely right. And both of you guys, like this really helped me today, brought me out of it. I mean, I was excited for the 100th episode, but things go on in your life and we're human beings. We hurt, we have pain, we have all this stuff, but we need more of this type of conversation to get through it.
I was giving him a pep talk, and you literally just verbalized pretty much what I was telling him. So, Cain, you got to take this to heart, my friend. That's just the universe channeling through us, trying to send you the right signal here.
Yeah, man. I mean, we all just have so much in common, man. So, and like you said, Cain, when I think back to my most successful moments, it's not when I was on a TV show, and it's not when I was on a big stage in front of 10,000 people. It's when a 13-year-old kid came up to me after a show in Wisconsin and told me that my song Misfit Children helped her to navigate what it was like to come out that she was gay to her parents and to her friends. And, this stuff matters, man. It's the real stuff that matters. So, helping people get through cancer, helping people get through breakups, divorces, that's what we're good for.
Josh, I want to bring up, and I kind of mentioned to you, but, my cousin DA passed away last year, and, love him or hate him for a lot of people. But let me tell you what, he was, such a cornerstone in the music industry for us here. And, and he was one of those guys when I was a kid, I looked up to, like, it was just crazy. And you were part of a great group of musicians that showed up for his celebration of life and performed at the Rococo. And I'll tell you, for me and my family and the people that were there, couldn't thank you enough. It was such a great evening of just a lot of the people in the music industry coming together and just sharing the music. And it helped a lot of people get through that time, I'll tell you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Right. Yeah. Well, DA once he brought you into his world, it was like, oh, I didn't know all this existed here in Lincoln. And so the way that he was able to build a community of people, you had bluegrass pickers, you had country guys, you had cover band guys, and then you had original music and some of the, funk and soul guys and some rockers, and they all hung out. It was great, man, out at the shop. So he galvanized a lot of the community and really inspired a lot of people. That was the only way to send him off, was to get together like he always did. And so, that's the kind of community that makes things special. And he was the one that was in the middle of it. So,
well, I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
And I know my family does too. And
yeah,
I have some great pictures and videos from that night. And, it just, man, it was so good. It was lifting. Even if it was a sad occasion, it was still so uplifting. And right. I feel it just comes from just everything you're talking about. Just, staying true to what you do and kind of throw your gift out into the world. I knew that we would do this episode. It's our 100th episode. We would have a million questions for you and just want to keep talking.
Yeah.
So before we run out of time,
all right,
I kind of want to just where are you at right now? What's happening in the world? What do you got anything good coming up or what, just kind of fill us in where you're at.
Yeah, you bet. So I kind of have been alluding to the fact that I'm kind of slowing down with chasing a number of things, and I'm really happy being at home right now. I'm home a lot with my two daughters, Avalie and Clara, and my wife Sarah, and my folks Bob and Nancy. So that's everything to me right now. I spent a lot of time away. We really hit the road hard for it was about 7 years. We were just like road dogging. And so now I'm very happy being at home and just trying to kind of like recenter myself and figure out what type of music I want to, what the music world is going to look like for me going forward. I really don't know. I've put over 1,000,000 miles on a van, or multiple vans anyway. A lot of traveling and just kind of, I miss being in one spot, man. And so I'm really happy and trying to open myself to the muse and write music for the reasons that I always had started writing music, which was just to kind of assert my fact that I'm alive and remind myself that here I am, and share what comes. Why does a wolf howl at night? I mean, it's like, I just want to get back to that. So we'll see. I'm playing with the band called Church of Blues, and I'm enjoying that a lot. We're playing blues music, Levi William and David Boy and Joe Gorley, and my band currently, Josh Hoyer's Colossal 4. I'm working on new music for that band with Mike Keeling and Miles Jasnowski and Mike Ryan. And I got a lot of solo stuff that I'm doing and writing new songs. I started feeling like I was lazy, but I wrote 25 new songs last year, and I'm at it again this year. So I don't know. Just we'll see. We'll see.
Where do I take the Josh Hoyer class for songwriting when I sit on some songs for 15 years or whatever it is?
I do the same thing. I've sat on songs for 15 years, bro. Don't feel like you're alone in that. So I just, I'm lucky to have the time. And I worked many, many jobs for many years, but I'm really blessed to just be able to play right now. And so I have time. And I think that's the main thing for songwriters, if you have the time to sit down and get through it. So don't feel bad, man.
This is going to inspire me to finish at least the song that I've been working on for the past month. This is going to push me over the edge, I feel.
There you go. That's all we can do is try to inspire each other. So,
man, this has been such a great conversation. I knew it would be, but I just appreciate you being vulnerable on the show, and I can tell that you're a lot like Randy and I. We all wear our hearts on our sleeves, right? We all just show our cards to people, or at least I can only speak from my experiences. What people tell me about myself, I guess, is that I kind of just, whether it's a fault or not, I lead with my emotions and I lead with everything and just try to tell people the truth. And then as ugly as it is sometimes, that's what it is. But I mean, I can't say for you, but I'm just getting like the energy from you, man. Like, it's permeating off of you. It's like an aura type thing. And it just feels great to be able to talk to someone who's so talented and that I just truly respect. And I can just, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is about today. It might be the 100th episode. It's probably just because we're talking to the great Josh Hoyer, but I'm feeling fantastic all of a sudden.
I'm glad you're feeling great, man. But yeah, I'm just the guy down the road, man. That's all I am. I'm a guy living around the corner, just doing his work, trying to fucking add something to the world, just like everybody else. So I don't know, man. I'm thankful to be a part of things.
This is by far one of the most enjoyable episodes. I think it is only epic to be our 100th episode, Cain. And man, Josh, like, this is awesome. Like, I knew, like I said, we had you on the board for a while, and it has lived up to everything maybe I thought we'd hope for. I cannot thank you enough to take a little time out of your new home life schedule to man, to sit down with us. I think the last thing before we get out of here, because we got to ask, this is what we do, is, are you a vinyl guy?
Yeah, man. I mean, I have a collection. I have a way bigger CD collection. So I'm a child of the 90s. That's just where, I bought thousands. I got in the basement. So, but I do collect some vinyl for sure. And we've released vinyl, and I'm glad to see it coming back. And I love the fact that vinyl records lead themselves to you listening to an entire record. The whole single mentality has its place, but I think a lot of artists write an entire record for a reason. And so for you to sit down and take it all in is kind of what the intention was, I think. So I think vinyl helps with that.
Cain, I told you he'd be like us.
Hey, of course, hey, he puts his pants on the same as we do, you know.
Hell yeah.
Well, maybe that, you know, some people
We don't even have them on. It's a Zoom meeting, man. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, I rarely wear pants for this. You know, I may or may not be wearing my boxers right now, but the thing is with vinyl, we've talked about this all the time, don't we, Randy? It's listening with intention. That's what we're missing from all of it. And that's what I and Randy love about it so much is starting from start to finish. Maybe you bought an album because you thought the cover was cool, right? It was on sale, whatever the case may be. I do it all the time when I buy these in like the clearance bins. I'll clear them out. And I don't care if they're scratched. I just try to make it from start to finish. I pick up my guitar. I play to it like I'm in the band. I mean, it's just, to me, there's nothing better than that. Aside from hanging out with my family, of course. I love them. Sorry, Alicia. I'm not shutting you down. I'm just saying that aside from them and maybe my dogs, okay, there's nothing better than it. So is that how you sit down and listen to an album? I mean, do you like to listen to it with intention, start to finish, and just see what the artist was trying to portray to you?
Yeah, for sure, man. And honestly, you know, a lot of the time it would be in my car or while I'm on a long bike ride or long walk, that kind of thing. I don't as much do it at home as I used to. I mean, that's all I used to do, man. I just find myself a comfortable chair and, you know, really relax and then let the music take me away, that kind of thing. But I like to stay moving these days when I listen to music. I don't know what that is, but that's where I'm at these days. I like to be moving and take something in. So, but yeah, man, gotta try to listen to the whole thing. That was kind of the point.
Well, Randy, this interview went so different than how, you know, like we always like have our notes down and we have our talking points, you know, oh, we're going to ask Josh about the voice. We're going to do this. But I like where this one went because this was a real conversation just between three human beings. And that's the show, right, Randy? I mean, we've made it to 100 episodes because we have dialed into local artists, Nebraska artists, and given them their fair shake, from beginner musicians to seasoned veterans like Josh. And I think that this was as authentic of a talk as we could have put together. I'm so happy with how this went.
Yeah, this is literally just three guys talking about music, and it's what we love. Josh, thank you so much for coming on Scratch the Vinyl.
It's my pleasure, man. I'm happy for you guys. Keep it going and you know, keep inspiring people. It's wonderful.
Well, there you have it, everybody. I mean, we've hit the mark and we've done it all because of you guys. And we're not stopping now. We're actually going to put our foot on the gas and we're going to continue on and we're going to keep giving you guys the best of the best and just letting you guys get to know all of the Nebraska artists out there and beyond. I mean, we've talked to you know, the guitarist from John Koneski from Tenacious D. You know, we've talked to people from around the region. We've talked to people. We have fans all over the world, and we owe it all to you guys. So I want to thank you guys, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this ride as much as we have, and just continue on with us. Randy, you got any closing words for us before we go?
Well, all I'm going to say, Cain, is by the time we hit the next milestone, we're going to have, I hope, your biggest idol on the show. And that's what we're going to shoot for.
That's right. Those of you who have listened to the show know who I'm probably dialed in on, and it is possible. And this show has this has been the best networking tool of my entire musical, if you want to call it a journey, career. I've been a musician for a long time. I've done a lot of things, and you have too, Randy. You've done things at a high level. But to me, this has been one of the most satisfying things I've ever been a part of.
Well, I'm going to say Josh should have definitely inspired you to reach that goal this year.
Yep, I need to get my butt moving and get to work, everybody. So these songs, I've got some new releases coming out, and I'll go ahead and just give the credit now. I owe it all to Josh putting a fire under me. I need to do that.
Put me in the liner notes, man.
Absolutely. This one is dedicated to the guy who lit a fire under me, Josh Hood.
Heck yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening, everybody. And tune in every week as you have been and catch us on the flip side here on
Scratch the Vinyl. Scratch the Vinyl.